They come when the air turns bitter and the moon hides its face. A thunder of hooves rolls through the clouds, and ghostly riders gallop across the stars. People wake in terror, doors barred, fires dimmed, praying the hunt will pass them by. But who are these riders that haunt the sky? Spirits? Soldiers? Or something far older than men can name? Across the continent, the wild hunt is a whisper passed from one generation to the next. It is said to ride before wars, to herald famine, to steal souls from battlefields and burning towns. No fortress can bar its path. No prayer can turn it away. When the hunt rides, death follows, cold and merciless as winter itself. Always the same signs: skies torn by lightning, the wind howling like a cry of pain, frost spreading over the ground that should be green, the sound of hooves, faint at first, then deafening, and then silence. Only the frozen earth remains, marked with strange tracks that lead nowhere. From the cliffs of Skellige to the marshes of Velen, every land has seen them. Sailors swear they ride across the sea mist. Peasants hear their horns echo over snow. Even kings bolt their windows when thunder rolls. The hunt belongs to no border, for it rides above them all. Wherever mortals dwell, the fear of the riders follows. Geralt of Rivia has faced beasts that defy reason, yet the wild hunt unsettles even him. He has glimpsed them through fog, shapes of armoured riders drifting like smoke, eyes burning with distant light. They move in silence, untouchable, unreal. He knows they are no mere phantoms, though they vanish like dreams when dawn arrives. Priests call them a curse. Scholars say they are ghosts of kings long dead. Mages argue they are a manifestation of chaos itself, but none truly know. The hunt is older than their words, older than their prayers. They appear, they take, they vanish, and each time the world grows a little colder. Where they pass, warmth dies, lakes freeze solid in moments, animals fall silent, and the air itself grows heavy. Frost creeps over steel, over skin, over stone. Villages wake to find their fields turn to ice. This is the hunt's shadow, a chill not born of weather, but of a place beyond this world. Witnesses describe them as tall and gaunt, clad in armour rimed with ice. Some wear helms shaped like skulls, others masks that hide faces long forgotten. Their horses snort clouds of mist, hooves never touching the ground. They speak no words. Their silence is heavier than thunder. At their head rides Eredin Breac Glass, the king of the wild hunt. His presence freezes the air. His eyes glow like embers beneath a crown of iron. He commands the riders without sound or gesture, and wherever he appears, the living feel their hearts grow still. To see him is to stand before the end of all warmth. Before they appear, a horn sounds across the sky. The sound cuts through mountains, rolls over seas, and reaches the hearts of men. It is no trumpet of war, but a summons from beyond the veil. Those who hear it swear they feel the world itself pause, as if time holds its breath. For generations these were only stories, but legends often hide memory. As witches, sorcerers, and scholars sought answers, a truth emerged. The hunt did not ride from the heavens or the underworld. Its riders came from elsewhere entirely, a realm beyond sight and reason, where the skies glow silver and magic shapes all life. That realm is home to the Enel, the elves of the other side. They are kin to the Ensei, who once walked the continent, yet their world has endured while others have waned. It is a land of endless twilight, sustained by chaos energy. There, time flows differently, and the stars themselves obey ancient magic. To the Enel, the hunt was not myth, but necessity. They rode across worlds through rifts of power, seizing captives from distant lands, warriors, mages, common folk, all taken to serve in a kingdom that endures by the labour of others. To mortals, these raids became ghost stories. To the elves, they were survival. But the crossings demanded a price. The riders who ventured too far began to fade, their bodies bent beneath the strain. their voices echoing like wind through a hollow world. When they returned home, they were changed, neither living nor spirit, trapped between what they were and what they had become. The NL called their home eternal, yet even eternity weakens. The magic that sustains them also consumes them. Their towers stand tall over seas of mist, but the light within grows dim. To preserve their power, they looked outward, to other realms rich in chaos, to other worlds that could feed their survival. Among them rose Eredin, a commander whose loyalty gave way to ambition. He saw his king, Oberon Muirkatash, trapped in tradition, blind to decay. Eredin sought more, mastery of the crossings, control of fate itself. The wild hunt became his blade, his means to cut free from the dying grip of his own world. Eredin's search for power led him to an ancient prophecy, whispered even among elves, the return of the Elder Blood. It spoke of a line born from the forbidden love of Lara Dorren and a human mage. That blood carried the ability to open worlds, to move between them freely. And so, the name Cirilla Fiona Elen Rhiannon entered his designs. To Eredin, Ciri was not a girl, but the key to salvation. Through her, he could deliver his people from decline. Through her, he could rule every realm. He sent his riders once more, sweeping across worlds to find her. Villages vanished in storms, armies froze where they stood. The hunt's legend grew, but few knew its true purpose. Ciri fled through places no map records, deserts of dust, forests that glowed with dying suns, ruins where time itself had stopped. The hunt followed, tireless and eternal, riding through worlds that cracked beneath their frost. To her, they were no longer legend, but the face of destiny itself, closing in with every breath. Geralt followed in her wake, guided by the mark the hunt left behind. He saw rivers frozen mid-current, castles split by ice, whole battlefields turned to glass. Every sign told the same story. The riders were near. When he finally found Ciri, the air around her shimmered, thin as a dream. The storm was almost upon them. Their battle came at the edge of worlds, where sky and sea blurred into one. Geralt faced Eredin beneath a storm of chaos. Steel met frost, magic tore the air, and the veil between realms began to unravel. When silence returned, the hunt was broken. Its king lay defeated, and its horn fell quiet at last. With Eredin's fall, the gateways between worlds sealed. The NL were cut off, their power dimmed. On the continent, the storms faded, and winter passed. But the truth of what had happened was known only to a few. To the rest of the world, the hunt had vanished as suddenly as it had come, leaving fear behind to fill the silence. What became of Eredin is uncertain. Some say he was slain in that final storm. Others whisper he still rides between worlds, gathering a host of spirits. None can prove either tale, yet both are told. Because when a terror is ancient enough, truth no longer matters. What endures is the fear of its return. Far from the continent, the NL remain, their realm locked in endless dusk. They study the scars the crossings left behind, searching for ways to open the gates again. But without the Elder Blood, their reach is broken. They have become prisoners of their own eternity, forgotten by the world that still trembles at their name. Across generations, no single truth has silenced the legend. To peasants, the hunt is death on horseback. To scholars, a phantom of magic. To the few who know better, it is a warning of what power becomes when it forgets its limits. The riders may be gone, yet their shadow lies over every fearful heart. Years later, sailors in Skellige still speak of lights above the waves. Farmers claim to hear hooves in the wind. Children are told to stay indoors when storms rise. None of them know the hunt's fate. They only know that once the sky opened and death rode through, and such things are never truly forgotten. When thunder rolls across the north, some still imagine they hear a horn. The sound carries through valleys and over seas, faint and hollow. Perhaps it is only wind. Perhaps it is memory. The world remembers what it fears, and so long as fear endures, the hunt will never fully fade. Ciri dreams sometimes of frost. She hears that same distant horn and wakes before dawn, unsure if it was real. Maybe the hunt still reaches for her across the void. Maybe it is only the echo of destiny calling from far away. Even she cannot tell where memory ends and legend begins. Seasons pass and the world moves on. Yet the hunt lives in songs and superstition, in paintings of storms and riders of mist. The people still fear them because fear is safer than truth. It is easier to believe death rides the sky than to accept that no one knows where it comes from. The wild hunt were never spirits, nor omens, nor gods. They were elves, but the NL, riders from a dying world who crossed the void in search of power and escape. Their raids became legend, their hunger became myth. In the end, they were undone by the same ambition that once made them feared. Their gates are sealed, their king defeated, yet their shadow endures. But most of the continent still believes the riders are out there, waiting beyond the storm. And perhaps, one day, the sound of hooves will be heard again.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more great stories. Cheers.